dream come true from out of the night. When I first saw you, I met. Oh no, no. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh no, no.
How's everybody doing out there? It's your boy TJ Lindsay, my wifey
Ty Lindsay.
We back with another episode, the Lindsays. We got a very, very, very special episode today. Today's episode, we're gonna talk about something that's very near and dear to both of our hearts, you know, and that is the city of Mansfield, the city that birthed us, the city that, you know what I'm saying, that raised us, you know. We just been having talks about it. We were just talking about just everything that was going on when we was kids in Mansfield, and how it was just so much going on, and how we didn't really think about like other places like that until we got older. Now, in the process of getting older, you're always going to want to expand, but we're just talking about the things that they were to do as a kid when we were there, man. We came across, we just talked about all the things that's not there no more. So before we go into that, you got anything to share about the field, about something that's near and dear to your heart?
It's just where we from. Just a lot of love. A lot of love there growing up. It's different now. It's weird. It's strange to see Mansfield operate now versus how it was when we was coming up. It's like real strange. It's just like for really, really, really different times.
That's for sure. There's a lot of, you know, changes in the field. We always we know about like GM shutting down, and we had a financial crisis back in 2008 and all that stuff. But we just wanted to talk about our experiences in Mansfield as far as like coming up as kids. So a couple things that we were talking about. We was talking about like the lock-ins. Y'all remember the lock-ins? Who remembers the lock-ins, you know? That was a day where basically the YMCA be like, all right, I'm gonna keep everybody kid in the city overnight. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much babysitted everybody kid overnight. You know what I'm saying? I bet the club was cracking on those nights. But anyways, we had things like that, the lock-ins, you know, the Y parties. We talked about club reality.
Yeah, y'all remember Club Reality? They used to do the 3-on-3 tournaments with us after school. They used to throw us parties. Like, that shit's crazy. None of that is there anymore.
We had the hoops on the streets. Remember, there was the 3-on-3 tournaments on the square, the Gus Smacker. Yeah. They used to bring the Gus Smacker to the field. We talked about the 7-Eleven on the east side. You know what I'm saying? I know so many people remember that 7-Eleven. We used to be there every week, you know, hooping in the 7-Eleven. Great gym. It was just a fun gym to hoop at because it was like a small arena, you know what I'm saying? Like a small gym, you know what I'm saying? Those real intimate gyms. We talked about Roseland, 777. Yeah. How they had the league, out there, how that is like built in a good way. I remember playing in college. It's crazy. My homie T-Hip just sent me this video. This is gonna be a quick story. He sent me this video yesterday. This guy hit a game winner from Wichita State, and I remember playing at Wichita State. And the reason why I like that arena is because the bleachers like don't go out; they go the seats go straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how Roseland was. It was when it was popping, it's popping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's another spot we talked about. We talked about our beloved PAL. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with that whole situation right now? But how every team in the area was coming to the PAL. People from everywhere, Fredericktown, all over our area in Ohio was coming to hoop at the PAL because the leagues was just so thorough. The Friendly House leagues, you know what I'm saying? We had the Friendly House leagues. We talked about how the Brooks and Holmes used to be like Rucker Park, you know what I'm saying? Dead serious. It used to be crazy out there. Brooks and Holmes used to be flooded out there. You used to have your outfit together. Go to the Brooks and Holmes. It used to be, you know what I'm saying? It used to be crazy like that. We talked about East City. That's one that we talked about. It was like a small amusement park. They had all the rides and the arcade games and all that stuff for kids.
That's where what they got there now, Star Tech.
Yep. Right over there.
But yeah, they used to be East City. I remember that.
Talked about the Dollar movie.
Yeah, the dollar movie.
Talk about how the mall used to
be
crack.
popping, yeah.
We used to mall thug. Me and my friends, our plans on Saturday night was we going to the mall.
Yep.
And we was just chill at the mall. There was a lot of stuff to do at the mall. You know, it was, you know what I'm saying? Food court was jumping. There was just a lot of people at the mall back in the day. Talked about how the old movie theaters, you know, people kind of lost interest in the movie theaters when they moved out down the street. You know what I'm saying? Out Ontario area. But so much stuff. You got something? I've been rambling.
I think what else you mentioned. I know for me, what I enjoyed the most growing up, coming up, was honestly like the parties. Like the parties used to be so fun. Like today's generation, I don't know. They want to beat each other up. They want to shoot each other. Well, I'm gonna say shoot each other because even back then we would fight, but we would fight and go back into the party and kick it until it was time to go home. Like
people don't dance no more.
Yeah, we all used to dance. Now everybody just standing around. That's weird to see that now too. Like when you go to the club or something. I don't know. All of that is just weird, especially if it's like when you see the people that you grew up with. Like, don't act like that, because back in 05, you was at them house parties kicking it. Now you just want to stand there. But the house parties for sure.
At the house parties doing the night-night.
Okay.
But
or yeah. Grooving. That's what they call it. Grooving. Yeah. So the house parties was cracking back in the day. I talked about how oh, we forgot the skating ring. The skating ring. Why they never rebuild that?
And who burnt down the skating?
All of that was just...
Who burnt down the skating rink? Because I heard a lot of, I'm saying, little small rumors about it and all that, but who burnt down the skating rink? It's something bigger than that, because it never got rebuilt. And the skating rink, Mansfield was known for the skating rink.
Yeah.
More on that later on. But we talked about just the old days in Mansfield, like even when we was kids, we talked about, I mean, even from the time, this is another thing we talked about. We talked about from the time that we was just being grown to now, how many things have even changed, you know what I'm saying? We talked about the bar system in the field. Yeah. It was Karma, you had the barbershop, you had Secrets, the Legion, you had Goodfellas, the Den. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even that's not a huge bar scene, but it was like those ain't even open now. It's crazy. Is any of those places that I just named open right now?
No.
I don't think one of them is. And yeah, just but back to when we were kids, like I felt like I don't know, I never felt that Mansfield was like a small city. I never felt like I was growing up in a small city when I was a kid. Then we talked about how just like outside of just having all those things there, also the adult influence in our lives when we was growing up with everything. Like we talked about like Jeff Jones, how Jeff Jones was helping us to do this. Talked about Terry and them, you know, they had the leagues and all that stuff. The Priest had the big man, little man camp.
We forgot to mention the Mansfield Hawks.
We had a pro team in Mansfield.
Y'all remember the Mansfield Hawks?
We
I used
kids.
to be so mad because my uncle would only take Nico and Raheem, those are my brothers. He would only take them to the game, and at that time, I wasn't, I was a tomboy. Everybody know that. I was a tomboy. I was out there in the dirt, in the mud. I wanted to get scraped up, scar me up. That's what I wanted to do. I wasn't interested in purses and dolls. I used to be so mad at my grandma's house sitting there watching the TV because Nico and Raheem is at these games with my uncle. The Mansfield Hawks. Like, what?
Mansfield Hawks.
So
we had a pro team. It'd come on TV. I used to be at home taking the stats. I used to do all kinds of stuff. I was just a basketball head. But yeah, the Mansfield Hawks. We talked. Hot Sauce came to the field.
Yeah.
Hot Sauce and N1 came to the field. Played VAR 1-on-1 in the gym in high school. I remember. I'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Then we talked about Gucci Mane came to the Renaissance when we was kids. Gucci. That's like, we talk about, that's the equivalent of Lil Baby coming to the Renaissance right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's almost impossible, but it happened. It seemed like it didn't even happen at this point, but.
Those were good times.
Hollywood video, you know what I'm saying? All of those, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of, the Kingsgate Mall, we talked about that. It was actually a mall on Park Avenue. Now, it wasn't not a lot going on in that mall, but there was a mall inside of Mansfield, really. it's just so much stuff we can go over. But and if y'all got anything to add, put this in the comment section. If y'all any old Mansfield memories, parties, clubs, anything that was going on in Mansfield when you was coming up, put that down in the chat. So we're gonna talk about two more things. One thing I wanted to talk about to section off into the next thing is to talk about the importance. It's so important for us to be successful in Mansfield. Let's put it like that. We were basically robbed of a good city, a good place to grow up, you know? Completely just just rug sweep from under our feet as kids, you know? And that's why it's so important for all of us to be successful in our own rights. And we need more people in Mansfield being successful, from Mansfield being successful. Because you can meet a person from Mansfield anywhere. Every time I'm anywhere in the country, I meet somebody I'm with somebody from Mansfield. I remember back to the Wichita State story. Bryce, my homie Bryce just happened to be in Kansas. Come to the game, you know what I'm saying? I just met my cousin. You know, he's from Detroit, but he got ties in Mansfield out in San Diego. He living in LA. People living in Atlanta. People all over the country. So Mansfield is represented heavily, you know what I'm saying, all over, you feel me? And I always think about if everybody that had branched out would have stayed and was able to, you know what I'm saying, rebuild something, what could have happened? But hindsight 2020. But it's just important for all of us to be successful in our own rights, no matter where you at. But just because of that, they took our city from us. You got anything to add there?
They pretty much did. That's why like anybody from Mansfield doing anything, I'm just gonna support it. Just cause we all from Mansfield. And not only that, but we all grew up together. So it's personal with me. So a lot of times we didn't speak about our issues, but we knew we had issues and problems maybe at home. Maybe mom got to work 3 jobs to take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't have to express that with one another. We just genuinely knew what we all was going through. And that's another thing like Mansfield don't have now. Just period. Not even Mansfield, but just the world, period. Like we just don't have that type of love that we used to have growing up. Like, I don't know. The guys are rude nowadays. It's just weird to me. You got the females, the women wanting to be men. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just remember growing up and the guys were well-mannered. Like, we would walk to and from parties, 30, 40 deep. Couldn't nobody touch us. The females couldn't walk home by themselves. What? No, there was no way we could walk home by ourselves. Everybody, all the guys, they finna walk us home. Those are like brothers. Like stuff like that is just, it's real, it's personal. Like, you know, because you seen this person grow up, you seen what this person went through, you know what I'm saying? So now that they trying to make a name for themselves, they trying to get out here, you know, what y'all be saying, get it out the mud. We done watched y'all do that. So that's why I really pay attention to what Mansfield is doing, who in Mansfield is trying to do what. If I can support it in any way, I don't care if it's just a simple share or if I buy something I might not even use. You know what I'm saying? But just because we all from Mansfield and we all grew up in the struggle, we all come from the same place, so I know what it is.
Yeah, definitely Mansfield. I mean, yeah, like I can't stop thinking about it. It's just it's definitely a moment. You know, it takes us back. You feel me? But like she said, as far as like people being together and supporting people. So the thing that I wanted to talk about here is the fact that now, like we talk about all of those guys, all those people that were, you know what I'm saying, giving back to us and trying to help us out, and then how much more of a community that it is. It's really going to be our turn, you know what I'm saying, here soon. That's why I said it's important for all of us to be successful in our own right. And anybody that's doing anything, I commend you, you know what I'm saying, for Mansfield at this time, or if you got plans in the future to do it, or anywhere, you feel me, that you're doing successful in your life. Because the person that's successful from Mansfield, that's enough. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just want to see that. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be successful, whether you come back to Mansfield or whether you're doing it on your own, because it's just life. But that's why it's important, because like I said, it's just a sad situation. So it's great to see somebody doing well from Mansfield, no matter what you're doing. No matter what. Where you at?
That's always good to see. Yeah. Like I always say that, like, if I get to the point to where, I don't know, I blow up on TikTok or I just have all this money, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I hold near dear to my heart. I'ma always give back to where I come from.
Thanks.
And I'll never be like, nah, I ain't from Mansfield. I gotta rep it until the day I die. Like, it is what it is. I can't never be like, I don't know why people do that. You got some people from Mansfield that do that, and it's weird. Like I said, because we all grew up together. We all seen the same struggle. We all went through the same struggle, honestly. So to see some people, do good, and it's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say bougie. I don't want to say funny acting. I don't know. Kind of like embarrassed. Like maybe they're embarrassed that they came from Mansfield. I don't know. But you have some people that act like that too, and I don't understand why or how. Because we really was together. We were together all of our lives. Literally. All of our lives. We all were together. Why do we hate each other? Why do we dislike each other? Why do we... It's so much. I'm going left with it. Yeah, that's just how I feel. That's how I feel.
It's really like so it's like me. I went to school in New York, and I went to school in Illinois as well, and I lived in different places. I got ties to those places that's like emotional ties, you feel me? So it's like that's a place where I learned this, or a place where I was able to become this in that place. So I'm from the field. It's always Mansfield where I'm from, but like I also have like deep roots in different places. And sometimes when people move out of Mansfield, they go to like Atlanta or they go to wherever they go, that place could have played a significant role in their development, you feel me? So sometimes they'll feel like, you feel me, that place was the place that made them. So that's just how I be. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I be. Now, as far as
can't forget where you come from.
Oh, no. I ain't saying forget where you come from. I'm saying
that's where you struggled the most. That's where you was hungry. That's where you was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the reason why, like we talked about, why it's important for everybody to be successful, and for us to hold it down for each other, to represent, you feel me, for each other, and to help each other out in the long run, because there's no individual power without group power. I just talked about this in my group, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta do this on a grand scheme. We have to continue to build. Like I said, they sweep the city up under our feet, you know what I'm saying? If you are holding any like deep hate for, you know what I'm saying, Mansfield, because of that change, or because you feel like they're not supporting you and things like that, now is the time for us to say forget all of that, man. Because like I said, it's our time now. Those people that did that for us, you feel me, it's our time now. It's time for us to do it, you feel me? Even if you can just be a role model and be successful and show, dang, he's from Mansfield, you know what I'm saying? That is enough. But
I want to get more involved.
For sure.
You got one your cousin, Luke, she heavily involved in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Heavily involved.
For sure, definitely, and that's important too. That's definitely important for us to actually do it on that level. You feel me? But last thing I want to talk about is like we just talked about, like the older people that were in Mansfield that actually helped us out. So I've had situations where I've had people in Mansfield, you feel me, really look out for me, see that something made that they could help me with, and they were able to actually help me, whether that was financially or just, you know what I'm saying, being there and taking me places, you feel me? But which I know she has as well. We've both had those people that were there for us. So everybody needs to aspire to, you know, if it's just one little person, if it's your little cousin or anybody, if you can help anybody out, you know, if you see somebody in need, or if you see a little homie that needs some help, you feel me, just being there for them. You know, we gotta be there for each other. They swept the city up under our feet, man.
They did.
So
it's sad they don't got nothing for the kids to do now. Like they can't never experience what we experienced coming up. You don't have nothing there at this point.
It's a sad story, man. But love y'all, man. Mansfield forever, man. We're gonna get out of here. But y'all be safe.
Bye-bye. Period. That's the rug.
They swept the rug from under our feet. But we out. We out, man. Love y'all.